What did the Boston Celtics just do to the Golden State Warriors? That was absolute domination. And this is a team that was in the NBA. This was the finals matchup 2 years ago. And the Celtics are absolutely taking them to Pound Town. Jaylen Brown and Jayson Tatum are leading the Celtics to the best record in the NBA. They've won 10 straight games, and they are 33-7 since December 4th. That is a crazy 3 month stretch. You cannot sag off Jaylen Brown. We learned that. The Warriors learned that the hard way. That's what Draymond Green came out and said the game plan was. He went for 22 points, 29 points, 3 rebounds, and 3 assists in only 22 minutes played on 11 of 19 shooting from the field, 5 of 10 shooting from three, and hey, he even used his left hand a little bit, which was shocking. Jaylen Brown on the year is averaging about 22.3 points per game, 5.5 rebounds, and 3.7 assists, as well as 1.1 steal. And I don't really think, the way to stop this Celtics team is not to have Jaylen Brown make jump shots. Okay, I don't know if there is a way to stop this Celtics team. The only real way is to try and get into their depth, but even their depth has been good. We're going to be talking about all this and more. Jaylen Brown, you see the efficiency there. Make him shoot the three ball, I guess, but he was 5 for 10 last night. His stats are down a little bit, but he's been a little bit more efficient, and there is good reason for his stats being down, and it is Kristaps Porzingis and Drew Holiday. We got to stop the hate on Jaylen Brown. He has been just fine this year for the Celtics. He's actually been playing his role better than perfection. And then as for Jayson Tatum, usually the best player on the best team in the league should be the MVP, right? He's averaging 27 points, 8.5 rebounds, 4.8 assists per game, and 1 steal per night for the Celtics. Just turned 26 the other day, or actually it was yesterday. So we can't use the 19 joke anymore right now. It flew over way too many people's heads. But 48% shooting from the field, 36% from three on 8.5 attempts per game. Solid. I would like to see him get to the rim a little bit more. You look at his efficiency from 2-point range versus efficiency from 3-point range. Please get to the rim, JT. You're shooting 20% higher when you're trying to attack and get to the rim. Instead of shooting 9 threes a game, you're only shooting 36%. That's not great. Now, JT's stats are also down, but once again, it's because they brought in a better supporting cast with Kristaps Porzingis and Drew Holiday. And speaking of Drew Holiday, he is just the absolute perfect point guard for this Celtics team. Marcus Smart was good last year, but he has not been on Drew Holiday level this year. Drew's averaging 13.5, little under 2 assists per game, 48% shooting from the field, and 35% shooting from three, while Marcus Smart is averaging, or last year he averaged about 11.5 points. A little bit more assists, but more turnovers, and way worse from the field, and way, way worse from 3-point range. He's shooting at 45% from three this year on 5 attempts, like we mentioned, also averaging a steal, close to a block a game, and that is in 33 minutes of action a night. So a really good year from Drew Holiday. He has come in, and the Celtics are probably the biggest winner of the Dame Lillard trade just because he has been able to come in and change this Celtics team overnight. He makes them that much better. And then you also have Tingus Pingus, who has played in 75% of the games. That was the biggest X factor for the Celtics coming into the year, was would Porzingis stay healthy? And so far, he has 20.3 points per game, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 blocks for Porzingis. The dude has been absolutely monstrous for the Celtics. He's been unstoppable. He has been the key to them being 48-12 right now. 53% from the field, 38% from three on 5 attempts in 30 minutes per game. And you can't say enough about Porzingis. They've got a trio that averages 20 a night. I don't remember the last time the Celtics had that. It's always been Jaylen Brown and Jayson Tatum. But now, they've added even more, another superstar. So, yeah, the Celtics are looking really good. It also looked really good if you hit the like button on today's video, as well as hitting the subscribe button and leave me a comment down below. It'll really help us out in the YouTube algorithm, and it'll be greatly appreciated. Trying to hit 100 likes on today's video, and with that being said, let's go and continue on. They probably got the best starting 5 in the NBA, with Drew, JB, JT, Kristaps, and of course Derek White. They have a historic net rating at 10.9. We're talking about this net rating is good enough to be up there with the 96 Bulls, with the 2017 Warriors, with some of the greatest teams of all time. That is how good their net rating is. There's only like 9 other teams in the positives for net rating this year. It's crazy. Derek White is averaging about 15.5 points per game, 4.7 rebounds, and 4 assists while playing phenomenal defense. He's playing about 32 minutes per game. And ever since, really, it's been Derek White. He's been the entire reason the Celtics team has been good. Ever since he came in, their entire franchise changed around. 47% from the field, 40% from 3, 7 attempts, 1.1 steals, and 1.2 blocks. Now, obviously, that was a little bit of sarcasm, but seriously, ever since the Derek White trade, this team has been on another level. Taking a look at the new guys, Jaden Springer and Xavier Tillman, neither one of them really played that much. Springer's averaging a whopping 0.5 points and an impressive 1.8 minutes per game for the 21-year-old. I thought the Celtics would try and implement him into the lineup a little bit more. Hasn't so far. 4 points per game, 1 assist, and 1 rebound for Xavier Tillman in 9 minutes per game. So, yeah. Those guys haven't been that impactful, but the bench has been hooping with Al Horford, with Peyton Pritchard, and with Sam Hauser. We'll start with Hauser, who on the year has, really taken that step and been that marksman off the bench for him. 8 points per game, 3.3 rebounds, and 1 assist. He's only playing 21 minutes a night, but he is absolutely shooting the lights out. 45% from the field, 42% from 3 on 5 attempts. That is elite sharpshooting off the bench for the 26-year-old. Sam Hauser overall, really good year. And then you have Al Horford, who is still kicking. He's like 88 years old, but he is still going out and getting them 8.7 rebounds, 3 assists, and a block, filling up the stat sheet off the bench for the Celtics. And it's not like he's playing 30 minutes a game. He's only playing about 25, 24 a night, 50% shooting from the field, 40% from 3 on 4 attempts. Crazy numbers as a 40-year-old. So shout out to Big Al Horford. And then you got Peyton Pritchard, who's averaging 8 points, 3.2 rebounds, 2.7 assists in 20 minutes per game this year for the Celtics. He's also shooting at about 44% from the field and 37% from 3 off the bench. A guy that really started out rough on the year, but now he's up to 4.5 attempts and shooting at 37% from the field. Their bench is still relatively young, too, other than Al Horford. And then you got a backup center by committee. You also got to throw Xavier Tillman into that group. And yeah, overall, this Celtics lineup is stacked up. Taking a look at the outlook, they are, 8 games ahead of Milwaukee, who is in second place now. The Cavs, after dropping that game last night, looked like Garland got hurt again. But yeah, they play the Cavs coming up. So if Garland is hurt, that'll be tough for the Cavs. But then they got 2 big games, at Denver and at Phoenix. And then after that, it gets a whole lot easier, going to Portland, going to Utah. Then you got to play Phoenix at home and then going to Washington. So I see maybe 2 losses, 1, 2 at most, over that next little 5-game stretch. So if you do enjoy today's video, or if you did enjoy today's video, make sure to the like button and hit that subscribe button, as well as leaving me a comment down below. Thank you so much for watching.